has a potential for 200 plus acres in the next 20 minutes. We have a potential for structures being threatened in the next 20 minutes.
What you just heard was the communication between the first firefighting teams that arrived at the Palisades Highlands in the western suburbs of Los Angeles. Their main concern was that if the fire wasn't contained within 20 minutes, it would spread into the urban area. Not only was it not brought under control, but it continued burning for days, growing so vast that, at its peak, the total affected area across multiple locations exceeded 154 square kilometers. To grasp the enormity of this fire, you should know that Staten Island in New York is 152 square kilometers. As you can see on the map, Los Angeles is located in California, on the western coast of the United States. California is such an important state that if it were an independent country, it would have the fifth largest economy in the world. For instance, in 2023, California's GDP was $3.9 trillion, meaning 3.7 times Saudi Arabia. Now imagine the most important city in this state facing its greatest challenge in decades due to these fires. What's the story behind this wildfire? When we talk about Los Angeles wildfires, it's important to note that we're not referring to a single fire, but rather multiple fires that occurred in different areas, with two of them being particularly significant. The first wildfire started at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, January 7, 2025, here in the Palisades Highlands in western Los Angeles. Over the next 4 days, the fire spread uncontrollably, covering an area of approximately 96 square kilometers. The fire that began in the Highlands reached the Pacific Ocean shoreline. It destroyed 1/3 of Malibu, one of the wealthiest areas in California. If you've seen the show 2.5 Men, its stories are set in this very area. On the afternoon of the same day the Palisades fire began, another fire called Etna ignited in northeast Los Angeles, in the Altadena area. This fire spread quickly and reached an area of 57 square kilometers over the following days. Although it covered a smaller area, it caused the highest number of casualties and inflicted the most damage to infrastructure and urban areas. As shown on the map, other wildfires also began during these days but were fortunately brought under control quickly. Among them, the Sunset Fire was the most dangerous due to its proximity to downtown Los Angeles. Had this fire continued, it could have reached the iconic Hollywood sign. However, this did not happen, and all images of the Hollywood sign burning circulated on social media are fake and generated by AI. Wildfires in California are common, as shown in this table illustrating the number of wildfires in the state over recent years. Typically, these fires are caused by a few recurring factors. The first is lightning strikes, which are especially frequent during the dry seasons. However, no lightning strikes were recorded during the time frame of the recent Los Angeles fires, ruling out this possibility. The second cause is electrical malfunctions. In windy areas, the chances of electrical wires sparking increase significantly. Reports suggest that the Etna fire, the second largest fire in Los Angeles, is believed to have started from sparks and arcing seen near a Southern California Edison SCE power line in new video footage. The sparks landed on a dry hillside, causing the fire. While this has not been confirmed by the officials yet, it remains the most likely explanation. Another cause is arson. Although no confirmed evidence of arson has been linked to the two main fires, police reported the arrest of an individual in connection with the Kent fire. These are common causes of wildfires in the area, but a different theory has emerged for the Palisades fire. The Washington Post reported that field investigations and satellite images show another fire at the same location a week earlier, on January 1st. It was sparked by New Year's celebrations but was quickly extinguished. However, there's a strong chance that lingering embers from that fire reignited and caused the Palisades wildfire. An interesting but dangerous fact is that even after a fire is extinguished, its remnants can stay smoldering inside wood or under ash for days and reignite with the wind. This could be what triggered the Palisades fire. However, it's important to note that it may take weeks or even months for officials to release the official investigation results. Animation takes time, and so does the research behind making these videos. If you enjoy what we do and want to see more, consider subscribing. It really helps us keep going. Whatever caused the fires, it's undeniable that the wind played a crucial role in the spread of this disaster. The seasonal winds of the region, known as Santa Ana winds, move from the dry, low-pressure highlands toward the high-pressure coastal areas, sometimes reaching speeds of up to 160 kilometers or 100 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, there have been recorded incidents where 120 kilometers per hour or 75 miles per hour winds were strong enough to break wind turbines. These powerful winds do more than spread flames. They fuel them, turning small sparks into massive fires. Carrying embers to dry vegetation and wooden structures, they ignite new blazes and intensify existing ones, making the battle against the fires even tougher. Multiple factors contributed to the wildfire's rapid growth. The dry climate of Los Angeles is a key factor. It makes the region's vegetation much more flammable compared to areas with a humid climate. We analyzed rainfall data from the Los Angeles Civic Center, located between the two main fire zones. The results show that in the 8 months leading up to the fires, the average monthly rainfall was less than 1 centimeter, a record low in the past 25 years. This lack of rainfall intensified the area's dryness, creating ideal conditions for the fire to spread. Beyond vegetation, wooden residential structures also acted as fuel for the fire. While concrete buildings were more resistant to the flames, the flammability of wooden structures significantly contributed to the fire's spread. In addition, most of the affected areas were in the highlands, while water supplies were located at lower elevations. This elevation difference caused water pressure to drop when firefighters simultaneously used hydrants, leaving some hydrants completely dry. Another problem was that the region's main water reservoir, Santa Ynez, was inactive due to repairs. This reservoir, located close to the fire, could have played a crucial role with its 443,000 cubic meter capacity. Budget cuts and staffing shortages in the Los Angeles Fire Department also contributed to the crisis. Months before the fires, the fire chief warned that the department's budget was $17.5 million lower than the previous year. She emphasized that this 2% reduction could cause serious challenges for the department. This was the main story of the Los Angeles fires. But it's important to mention that just 2 weeks later, on January 22nd, another major wildfire, known as the Hughes fire, broke out in the northwest of the city. It spread at an astonishing speed, growing by the size of a football field every 2 to 3 seconds. Fortunately, it was quickly contained. So far, these wildfires have claimed 29 lives, with several people still missing. The damage is estimated at nearly $250 billion, making it the costliest wildfire in U.S. history. We hope this video has helped you better grasp the scale of this disaster.